Vanished Without a Trace 3. Mysterious Canyon Disappearances. Welcome, my fellow horror enthusiasts, to a place where shadows dance and whispers echo with the unknown. Tonight, we journey into the heart of the unknown, exploring 3 bone-chilling cases of mysterious disappearances in some of the most remote and unforgiving canyons on Earth. These are the stories that keep seasoned investigators awake at night. Tales spun from equal threads of mystery and despair. Prepare yourselves, dear viewers, as we descend into the abyss of the unexplained. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss a moment of the terror we have in store for you. The Vanishing Hiker. Our first tale takes us to the unforgiving wilderness of the American Southwest, where a lone hiker vanished without a trace, leaving behind a journal filled with cryptic entries and unsettling observations. His name was Alex Harmon, an experienced outdoorsman drawn to the solitude of nature's embrace, always seeking the thrill of the unknown. He set off on a solo trek through the labyrinthine canyons, eager to escape the noise of civilization and immerse himself in the wild. Days melted into nights as Alex delved deeper into the canyon, his journal entries painting vivid pictures of his surroundings, capturing the beauty and the eerie silence of the landscape. Then the entries took a dark turn, hinting at an unseen presence. Alex began to write of strange noises in the dead of night, the rustling of unseen creatures, the distant sound of chanting, and whispers carried by the wind. He mentioned feeling as though he was being watched, a sense of dread growing with each passing night. One entry in particular sent chills down the spines of investigators, hinting at a sinister presence. Written in a shaky hand, it spoke of a shadowy figure Alex had glimpsed at the edge of his campfire, a figure that seemed to vanish into thin air. That was the last entry ever recorded in Alex's journal, leaving a haunting silence. Search parties scoured the area for weeks, but the unforgiving terrain yielded no clues, no sign of Alex. The mystery of Alex Harmon's disappearance remains unsolved to this day, a chilling reminder of the unknown dangers that lurk in the wilderness. Was Alex a victim of foul play? Or did something far more sinister claim him that fateful day? The questions linger unanswered in the shadows of the canyon. The Lost Campers. Our next descent into darkness takes us to the dense, ancient forests of the Pacific Northwest, a place where the trees whisper secrets and the mist cloaks the unknown. It was here that a group of friends embarked on a camping trip, their laughter and camaraderie echoing through the trees, until suddenly they were swallowed by the silence, an eerie quiet that seemed to creep in from the shadows. The group consisted of 4 close friends, Emily, Ben, Sarah, and Chris, each one excited for the adventure that lay ahead. They set up camp near a secluded lake, its surface a mirror reflecting the towering trees that surrounded them, creating a picturesque yet haunting scene. The first few days were idyllic, filled with laughter and shared stories, the kind of moments that bond friends for life. But as the days turned into nights, a subtle shift occurred, a change in the atmosphere that none of them could quite put their finger on. The laughter became less frequent, replaced by a palpable tension that hung in the air like a thick fog. One evening, Emily noticed something strange, a feeling that they were not alone. Ben, who was usually the life of the party, had grown quiet and withdrawn, his usual jokes and stories replaced by a brooding silence. When questioned, he seemed evasive, his eyes darting nervously towards the darkening tree line, as if expecting something to emerge from the shadows. That night, as the others slept, Emily lay awake, her senses on high alert, every rustle of leaves and snap of twigs setting her heart racing. She couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss, that they were being watched by unseen eyes. Then she heard it. A low, guttural growl emanating from just beyond the circle of firelight. a sound that sent chills down her spine. Heart pounding, Emily slowly unzipped the tent flap and peered out into the darkness, her breath catching in her throat. The fire had dwindled to embers, casting flickering shadows that danced eerily around the campsite. And then she saw them. Two glowing eyes like burning coals, staring back at her from the edge of the woods, unblinking and menacing. Terror gripped Emily's heart as the eyes blinked slowly, a deliberate and unsettling motion. She scrambled back into the tent, shaking Ben awake with a sense of urgency. "Ben, wake up!" she hissed, her voice trembling with fear. "There's something out there." But when Ben groggily opened his eyes, the eyes in the woods were gone, leaving only darkness. He tried to calm Emily's fears, attributing her experience to an overactive imagination and the eerie atmosphere of the forest, but Emily knew what she had seen, and the fear lingered in her mind. The following morning, the group decided to pack up camp and head back to civilization, their spirits dampened by the previous night's events. As they made their way through the dense undergrowth, Emily couldn't shake the feeling that they were being followed, a sense of dread that grew with every step. Then it happened. One minute, Chris was walking beside them. The next, he was gone, vanished without a trace, as if the forest had swallowed him whole. They called out his name, their voices echoing through the trees, but there was no answer, only silence. Panic surged through the group as they frantically searched for their missing friend, their fear growing with each passing moment. Hours turned into days as search and rescue teams combed through the vast wilderness, but their efforts proved futile, the forest keeping its secrets. The three friends were never seen again, their disappearance shrouded in mystery and speculation, leaving behind only questions and a haunting tale of the lost campers. Chapter 3. The Phantom Canyon. Our final tale leads us to the desolate heart of the Australian outback, a place where the earth itself seems to whisper tales of ancient mysteries and long-forgotten secrets. Here lies a canyon known only as the Devil's Throat, a place whispered to swallow people whole, leaving no trace behind. Local Aboriginal tribes have long avoided the canyon, their legends speaking of a malevolent entity that resides within its depths, a spirit that hungers for the souls of the unwary. For years, these stories were dismissed as mere folklore, the ramblings of superstitious minds. But then, the disappearances began, each one more mysterious than the last. It started with a lone prospector, driven mad by the scorching sun and the lure of gold, his mind clouded by dreams of untold riches. He was last seen heading towards the canyon's gaping maw, his silhouette swallowed by the darkness. He was never seen again, his fate a mystery that only deepened the canyon's dark allure. Then it was a group of hikers, their laughter and chatter echoing through the desolate landscape as they approached the canyon's rim, unaware of the danger that lurked below. They paused to take in the breathtaking view, their silhouettes outlined against the setting sun, a moment of peace before the terror. And then, as if swallowed by a shadow, they were gone, leaving behind only echoes of their joy. Years passed and the disappearances continued, each one adding to the canyon's grim reputation, a place of no return. Search parties returned empty-handed, their compasses spinning wildly, as if the canyon itself was distorting reality. The canyon, it seemed, guarded its secrets jealously, an impenetrable fortress of mystery. Some whispered of strange lights seen emanating from the canyon at night, ghostly glows that defied explanation. Others spoke of blood-curdling screams that echoed through the night, chilling the blood of those who heard them. One particularly chilling account tells of a group of researchers who set up camp near the canyon's rim, determined to uncover its secrets. They were well equipped with the latest technology, their minds closed off to the possibility of the supernatural, confident in their scientific approach. As night fell, the researchers gathered around their campfire, their faces illuminated by the flickering flames, sharing stories and theories. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream pierced the night, shattering the calm. They scrambled to their feet, their eyes scanning the darkness, hearts racing with fear and adrenaline. Another scream, closer this time, followed by the sound of something heavy crashing through the undergrowth, a harbinger of doom. Fear propelled them into action, and they grabbed their flashlights, their hands trembling. They followed the sound of the commotion, their hearts pounding, each step filled with dread. And then they saw it, or rather, they saw where it had been. A fleeting glimpse of the unknown. Their flashlights illuminated a small clearing, the ground littered with broken branches and footprints that seemed to appear out of thin air and disappear just as abruptly, a puzzle with no solution. The next morning, the remaining researchers packed up their camp and fled, their faces pale, their eyes haunted by the horrors they had witnessed, their minds forever scarred by the encounter. The Phantom Canyon had claimed yet another chapter in its dark, unending saga, a place where the line between reality and nightmare blurred, and where the brave and the foolish alike met their end. Thank you for braving the depths of these chilling tales with us tonight. If you found yourself captivated by the mysteries we've unearthed, give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your theories on these unsolved disappearances. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment of the terror we have waiting for you in the shadows. We have countless more stories to tell, each one more chilling than the last. Until next time, my fellow horror enthusiasts, stay safe, stay vigilant, and remember, sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones we can't explain.